Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past December Extravaganza is underway. Yes, it is. First of all, I'd like to address some comments that were made, or actually a series of comments that were made, I guess, for lack of a better term, on the videos thus far by, I hope I'm saying this right because I'm going from memory, Crystal Kabuto, I believe. First of all, Crystal, thank you for being a faithful subscriber. I noticed that you've commented on quite a few of my videos since I've started, and I really appreciate it. I love the feedback, I like that you're engaged, and I quite frankly hope a lot of you guys get engaged enough to write me and write some comments in there, get involved, make a community around the show. Anyway, directly addressing her comments, she wanted to point out, or did point out, I guess, in the... let me check the map here for a second. In the last video that, I don't want to say that I was wrong, because I don't feel that I was wrong, but that I had said God, Hylian God, and they are actually goddesses, and that is true to some degree, and I want to address that now, as well as her other comment that the 3D Zeldas are amazing, and that the controls on Skyward Sword were not bad, Motion Plus, etc., etc. We'll get to that stuff in due time. Whew, feels like I've been talking up a storm there. Sorry, guys. Alright, so, first of all, number one comment, that they should be called goddesses. That is technically true, although that is not mentioned until Ocarina of Time, a 3D Zelda, ironically. They are called Hylian gods in this one, and they are actually the old gods in most of Ocarina of Time as well. They only become officially denoted as goddesses in certain parts of the lore in Ocarina, and everything therefore after. So, yeah, I guess I wasn't right, but I wasn't wrong. Technically, they are not gods, they are goddesses, but they are referred to as the old gods by the game itself, so there's that. Now, in response to the comment that, the control scheme of Skyward Sword is fine, and that the Motion Plus really helps it. I'm not arguing that the Motion Plus doesn't help it. I think the Motion Plus helps it a lot compared to Twilight Princess's broken-ass mechanics. And, I don't think anyone would argue the other way on that. The problem I have with it, and this is the problem I have with all 3D Zeldas thus far, is that it's not true one-to-one controls. Yes, Motion Plus helps. Yes, Motion Plus makes it easier than ever to control it. But it's not one-to-one. You still basically have to be kind of guessing where you want to... The Skyward Strike is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Trying to do the Skyward Strike in Skyward Sword is an exercise in futility 9 times out of 10. You literally have to hold it at exactly the right angle, or you're getting nowhere. On the flip side, try using it on the Wii U, and it is one-to-one. As soon as you use it in Nintendo Land on the Wii U, you push the Wii Remote and remember, same Wii Remote that you were using before. Hang on a second, guys. We got an old man here. I don't know who you are, but if you're going to go up the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp. So we're gonna get the old man up the old mountain here. So anyway, as I was saying, watch your step. There are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in the mountain while looking for the golden power. I don't want to steer you wrong, so please don't get too involved in such a mad quest. Alright, anyway, as I was saying, same Wii Remote that you were using on the Wii for Skyward Sword, using it on Nintendo. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. The king took her to the castle, and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. I'm sure he is trying to somehow use the power of the descendants of the wise men. Anywho, same... Whoops. That was a stupid move on my part. Same Wii Remote that you used in Skyward Sword, you use it on Nintendo Land, and literally it's 100 times easier to get the Skyward Strike to work. And that's my complaint about Skyward Sword. I don't have a problem with the other parts of the gameplay, it's just that they decided that they were going to arbitrarily make the Skyward Strike hard to do. As a result, other things became harder to do because the controls weren't... Oh man, I'm getting my ass kicked by these rocks. Weren't one-to-one. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe that a hero will rescue them. I'll wait for the day. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Anyway, thank you for your kindness to an old man like me. I wanted to give you this. If you wander into a magical teleporter, gaze into this mirror. He gave you the magic mirror. This mirror is blue, clear, and beautiful. You'll feel like it is going to absorb you into another world. And then he slowly goes, no, we're gonna go inside here too. Slowly goes into the cave. I believe he'll up my hearts, doesn't he? Wizard has deceived the king, and now he's trying to open the way to the Dark World. To complete your quest, you'll need the Moon Pearl, which is in the tower on the top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Come back here anytime. Anyway, so, Crystal, yes, I agree with you. The controls on Skyward Sword were quite well done for the Wii at the time, but they can be done better. Nintendo Land proved that, and I just really hope they make a Zelda with those controls if they're going to continue in the vein of the 3D Zeldas. What I hope even more than that is that they'll be smart and actually create a new 2D Zelda, whether it be for the Wii U Shop channel or whatever they decide to call it, or a full, like, bot game. I'd like something in the lines of New Super Mario Bros. U, but for Zelda. Actually, I think the Metroid franchise would benefit from that as well. Before we go in through this portal, let's... Whoops, wrong button. Let's get the mirror equipped so we can return easily. I think we need to see a return to 2D games. I think that's a thing that we need, and yeah, Nintendo is the company to do that. They are the masters of Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, I still got up here. The masters of 2D gameplay, and I'd love to see them, you know, take the power, the raw power of a new system, and make one hell of a long-ass 2D Zelda adventure, 2D Metroid, you know, somebody else, Castlevania, who does that? I think it's Konami that does Castlevania. Somebody should do Castlevania in the same style. That would be awesome. Pretty sure I can't... Oops, wrong button. Pretty sure I can't do this yet, guys, but let's go ahead and try with the Book of Medora. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of ether! Well, I don't have the magic sword. Magic sword? I don't have the magic sword right now. Master Sword. God, I can't talk today. If anyone's wondering why a video didn't go up yesterday and why my voice is kind of screwball today, I've been fighting a cold for a while and it kind of decided to KO me yesterday. But we fought back and we won, so we're good. We are good now, and that's why we're recording this. And later some more They Bleed Pixels as well. Even though I kind of already announced the mid-season finale, screw it, we're going to keep going with it because I want to see that game through to the end as fast as possible because, well, I love it. Got the key out of this room here. Let's hit the switch and go up the stairs. So anyway, that addresses my concerns about the 3D Zelda control schemes, I guess. The other thing is, I really just don't like the games. I don't like the 3D Zeldas that much. Ocarina had a good enough storyline, and arguably, Majora's Mask had an even better one, but there's just something about them that doesn't give me that Zelda feeling. They're good games, I don't feel like they're good Zelda games, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't have the big key, so this is useless. Let's just drop back down. And we'll go through here and through here. So yeah, so that's my feelings on the matter. And I know that they're just opinions, like everybody else has an opinion. I'm sure most of you will probably be, I don't want to say younger than me, but you know, in reality, yes. Most of you are probably younger than me. I'm actually about Jesse Cox's age, maybe even a little bit older. I know he's considered one of the older YouTubers, so, I'm assuming a lot of you guys are probably younger than me, and that means you grew up on Ocarina more than you grew up on the NES Zeldas and the Super Nintendo Zeldas, and that's okay. I mean, everybody's going to have a preference, everybody's going to have grown up in a different era, and everybody's going to like different things, and I don't have a problem with that. I just think that we should all be able to enjoy what we like to enjoy, and I don't think they should exclude one genre for another. Not that they're different genres per se, but I do feel like the 2D Zeldas play completely differently than the 3D ones. And you can make the argument that we've been getting 2D Zeldas out of the Game Boy for years, and the DS and all that, but it's just not the same. I want to see a console 2D Zelda. It's what I grew up on, it's what I like. And I feel like you've got more of a You're the Link kind of experience in these games, because you get to do everything. There's no voice acting, there's no... Not that it was voice acting really in the new ones, but you know what I mean. There's no expectations from the 3D realm. It's all, the story builds by doing, and I love that. I love that about these games. I feel like this entire series is just me rambling on and on about Zelda. Hopefully somebody's enjoying my inane, nonsensical at times rants, because it's what it's turning into, folks. Sorry. Don't worry, you'll still have They Bleed to see me excruciatingly suffer, and you'll still have several other one-offs coming up where you can see me rage and or love something, but this series is kind of an homage to my younger days and my love for this game, so bear with me. And if you are enjoying it, throw a comment down in the comments and let me know that you're enjoying my senseless prattle and my playing of this game. And if you're not enjoying it, let me know what you're not enjoying about it. Do you want me to be more comedic? I can try to make some jokes. I can try to be like, look at that guy's doongly doongly, or whatever. Not that anybody in this game really has a doongly doongly, I guess, but you know. Side note, that's what I call the, not doongly doongly, that's stupid, but anyway, wiggle waggle is what I call the Wii remote, the wiggle waggle stick. I feel like it's such a flail around device. They never really hammered it the way I would have liked it down and made the controls tight. This level has a lot of backtracking because of these switches. Oh god, this stupid floor panels are back. Alright. But the important thing about this game and all the Zelda games is that in the end, they're fun. Even the 3D ones, even though I may not like them that much, they're still hella fun. And I think that's something Nintendo gets better than just about any other company out there. They know what is fun, and they know how to make a game fun. And that was a stupid move on my part. Alright, folks, we're gonna go back up that stair. Hang on. Back around, for great justice. As I was saying, they make games fun. They play around with the mechanics enough that nothing ever feels stale, I guess is the best way of putting it. Everything always feels fresh. They're introducing new things. Every dungeon with the Zelda game has a new weapon, and that changes the gameplay a bit. I mean, granted, I haven't used the bow and arrow really much since we got it, because I'm just not a fan of it, but you could use it more. Everything gives you a new way... Excuse me, I had a little bit of a throat thing there. A new way to play. And you can ignore it or go with it as you feel personally comfortable with doing, and that's part of the best part of this series, I feel. Introduced way back in the NES days, that was something that's always been part of Zelda, being able to just do whatever you feel like doing and use whatever weapon you feel like using for the most part. Of course, some bosses don't take damage from certain things, and some do take more damage from others, but you still have that feeling of being able to attack different puzzles different ways, and do what you really want to do in these games. It's not set in stone how you attack any given thing. You could burn up all your magic, for example, on regular enemies. You could do whatever you want. Compass! That's kind of useless for us at this point in the level, I feel, but what the hell, we got it. Kill him. I can really feel the, I don't know, ring rust, I guess? It's hard to describe what the actual term would be, but I can feel the rustiness coming on. I haven't played this game in years, like I said. It used to be a lot better than this. We're down to 2 hearts, which is unusual for me. Kill this guy off. Look at that. Pick up the heart. And go up here. I've probably beat it twice, I think, in my life with the 3 hearts only challenge type thing that people have done over the years, where you try to beat the game without picking up any of the bosses' hearts that drop. It's not as hard as it sounds if you're not making crazy mistakes like I've been making. Actually, this corner's working out really well for us. Look at that. And you're dead. How many hits does this guy take? I can't even remember if you can kill the red ones. Whoa! He can kill me, though. Well, there's our first death, guys. Look at that. Game over. Save and continue. Luckily, you don't lose what you had in this game or your progress. You just go back. So we're not in too bad a shape. I actually think we have more hearts than we had last time. I hate these bouncer guys. That's something that I've always had a problem with, is these, I think they're called Octo Rocks. There's just no easy solution to them, except knocking them into a hole, I guess. Now, that's well set up. Look at that. Right in there. We scammied over them. It's how far back you get flung, even when you're just attacking them, that kind of annoys me on them. Like, he's liable to hit me into this hole just because he's got such a bounce back. Of course, it does knock them back quite a distance, too, so that works out for us in certain situations, but still. Up the stairs. Ow! Man, I'm really not doing well so far, guys. Really not doing as well as I had hoped. Later levels are gonna probably kick our butts. Didn't expect to have a death in the first 3 temples, but we did. This guy needs to go down. No. We'll just collect his money and come back at him. There we go. That's what I wanted to do all along. Yes, that's it. Spitting fire, that makes you... I was going to say makes you vulnerable, but there we go. Ooh, a heart. Excellent. Up the stairs. I hate the boss for this level. I'm just going to go on full disclosure mode on that, fighting him on the little platform with the dingly-dangly holes. We're just going to go around and up. So speaking of that boss I don't like, here he is. As you see, you gotta fight him above a pit. He's another one of those guys that when you attack him, he can bounce you, as long as you're not hitting his weak spot, which is his tail. Any damage he does to you also bounces you, which is unfun. Luckily, he exposes his weak spot whoa, and there we go, quite often. And down. I'll go right back up, go back to him. I don't remember if he takes the damage and keeps it or not. I don't think he does. I think you gotta kill him in one clean sweep. Ow. If you kind of dance him around this hole here, as long as he doesn't hit you, you can kind of get a good shot in on him. Let him come to you. Let him get himself trapped. Oh god, he gets faster too, is the other thing. There he goes, he's dead. And we collect the heart. And the pendant. The downside is we did not get the moon pearl, so we have to come back in here to get that. I believe I had to drop through the floor somewhere around him to get that. You won the Pendant of Wisdom. With this, you have collected all 3 pendants. Now go to the Lost Woods to get the Master Sword! Except that we're going to make a detour back inside to get that pearl, because we're going to need that when we enter the Golden Land, or the Dark World, depending on who you're talking to. Up the stairs, going towards the Moon Pearl. This is a strange item, I guess, for a Zelda dungeon. It's not actually used, it's just as soon as you have it, it's automatically equipped, and prevents you from changing into that bizarre bunny-type creature that we saw earlier whenever I entered the Dark World. Dodge these guys, we don't need to worry about them. These ones are a little bit more of a hassle because they're in the same area as us. Up and over, and through. It's like trying to tie your shoelaces up and over and through and whatnot. Go up this staircase here. Alright, so there's the Moon Pearl right there. I forget how we get it. I don't remember if I have to drop down or if it's something with the switches on the floors. Ooh, a red ruby. I think it's this. And then... no, that can't be it. It's this to set it up, I think, and then you drop in from above, if memory serves. Whoa, I just walked into fire. That was dumb on my part. Alright, let us do this. We are up, and I gotta find a rough estimation of where it is. Why can't I figure out... I think I need to switch the floor. Get rid of these guys first. Ow. As I was saying, get rid of those guys first. Hit the switch that this thing's guarding. There we go, that'll do it. It's this one right here. Aha! Moon Pearl. Excellent, we got what we need. Let's get the hell out of here. We can now go begin our mission to get the Master Sword, the Sword of Evil's Bane. Although apparently we have to still go up the staircase because we have the switches in the wrong spot. Alright, switch thrown, back up. And we will kill him, dodge that guy, throw this switch, and get the hell out of here. Alright folks, we are on our way to the Master Sword. Easiest way to get there is to fall down the face of the mountain. Like so. This mountain, colloquially known as Death Mountain. We did suffer a death in the palace on top of it, so I guess we could call it Death Mountain now. Get our way through here the same way that the old man wanted us to go the first time. I love the cave music. Let's take a listen to that for a second. Ah, such a good music. Alright. I don't know where I'm going to get out of this cave. You know what? I'm going to take the easy way out. Oops, sorry. Save and quit. And if memory serves, doing that allows us to continue, but we'll start, yes, wherever we want. What's closest? Sanctuary's closest to town. We'll start there. Excellent. This is a brilliant plan. To the woods, where we will get the Master Sword. Let's pick this up and throw it, because we can. Out of our way, guards! We have Master Swords to obtain. I believe we can get into the forest this way, if memory serves, memory remains. Metallica reference there, I guess. Into the forest of feelings, where the Care Bears live, and so does the Master Sword and such. Oh god, a buzzard. We don't want him. There's a hole there. Yeah, we don't want to go in that. One of these will lead us to the Master Sword. That is a fake Master Sword. We're not going to fall for that. I don't like these people. I want the Master Sword, not a stupid game. You think this is some kind of a joke? That is not the way to the Master Sword. Even the forest has a good, like, little musical number. Ooh, a mushroom, I forgot. Collect him. This mushroom smells like sweet rotten fruit. You can give this to anyone who wants it. There's a witch later who will want that, so we're glad to have it. Always want something that a witch wants, just in case you ever run into a witch. You'll have something to appease her. I think this is the way. Yes, this is the way to the Master Sword. This is actually my favorite moment in gaming right now, guys. Let me point out a few things. It builds the anticipation. You've wanted the Master Sword for so long. You come into this beautiful area. There's birds and stuff flying around. And you come up to the Master Sword. You can translate this beautiful text here. The hero's triumph on Cataclysm's eve wins 3 symbols of virtue. The Master Sword he will then retrieve, keeping the knight's line true. And then you finally have that epic moment where the pendants fly out of you and you have the power to take the sword out just like the knights of yore in the Round Table, and you pull it. And all of a sudden Sahasala starts talking to you. Suddenly Sahasala contacts you telepathically. Link, it is extraordinary that you won the Master Sword that makes evil retreat. With this shining sword, I believe you can deflect the wizard's evil powers. The destiny of this land is in your hands. Please, Link. And now we have the Master Sword! And we will use it to fight evil in the next exciting episode of The Legend of Zelda. Until then, see ya!